youtube.com/Speedway Video now.
All right, quickly, here's the starting lineup. On the pole is the youngster Michael Trocchi, who has won every race he's competed in this season. His outside of the heat race winner, David Cole. The defending champion, Mike Lotto, in the 2X. Bobby Hawley in the 56, 63. Dale Howard, the 90. Clouds in the 21 of Mike Dom. And we are ready to go. 25 laps. Here's the green flag. Pulled up on the high side. Takes some contact with the full floor. Michael Trocchi down to the 8 out. Walking with power. No, not yet. Pretty fun, isn't it? Yeah. You seem to be having a blast out here. I mean, you have this car hooked up. I got a little worried there when that caution came up. I know you have a good car, but when you have a restart, you got David Gould, you have Bobby Holly, Mike Amato chasing you. Do you feel the pressure there? Maybe a little bit. A little bit? What do you worry about when you go off into the corner? Don't get hit or nothing, or don't ever drive it. See, and that's the key. You have not put this car out of line. I mean, not even in practice. This thing is hooked up. How do you guys, how do you have this thing just so good? Jason Boyd and my dad. That's all you need, right? Those two guys, they know how to wheel a race car, they know how to set one up. Oh, yeah. You're just the lucky one that gets to drive it. Do you have anyone that you'd like to thank? Any sponsor shout-outs or anything? Direct Millwork, Discount Propane, Jim Farmer's Automall, and everyone else who's helped. One last question for you. You got 4 wins already. Do you think you can get more than 10 this year? Yeah. Yeah? All right, well, we'll have to wait and see if you can. Congratulations, young man. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up to Michael Truckee, your race winner. I've been talking to him in Victory Lane a lot, and I feel like every race you're second. So not too bad, but not where you want to be.
No, the car's still not, we're trying to get it right. It just won't come loose. So we're trying to get it looser.
Well, I thought you might have a chance there when that late race caution came up. Did you burn your stuff up battling with Mike Amato?
No, it's just tight, and then on a restart it gets worse, and then it takes a few laps to get it going again.
So you needed a longer run there to maybe have a shot at him.
Yeah, maybe. He's got it cooked up right now, so that's good for him. But, we're getting there.
Definitely getting there. Do you have anyone that you'd like to thank for all your efforts out here?
Yeah, I want to thank my wife. She's watching on the video right now. And of course, Jason Boyd, Dennis, David Russell, and then these fans again, man. I love these fans out here. I love this crowd, man. This is great, Hope I put on a show for you guys anyway.
You absolutely did, David. Congratulations on second. Hopefully we'll talk to you over there in Hampton in Victory Lane one of these nights. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for David Gould coming home in second. Bobby, congratulations. Another good run for you. You're getting, you're on Facebook Live here with the youngsters, but you're getting better and better with this little 56 car. What do you need? What little adjustment do you need to get up there and battle with those two?
And this thing was still so tight. It looked loose, but it was still too tight. I mean, we got to loosen it up to run with those guys, and even have a chance with those guys.
But I mean, all in all, a great run for you. Your season did not get off to a good start. You're lucky to hop into this ride, and you've been getting faster and faster.
Yep, I want to thank Ryan for letting us drive this thing, and we think it's better. It's just taking time. The car's got more in it. We just got to get it right. I want to thank Jimboard.com for Angelo gives us for this car. Daytona Sportswear for the shirts and everything you do for us. And Gary Yeoman Ford, they're a big part of us. You might drive a Chevrolet, Ford sponsorship on this thing. And Steve Hall, Global Roofing, H&F Construction, they do a lot for us too.
Well, Bobby, keep working on the car and get it up there in Victory Lane. Just got one more thing to say here.
Hey, I want to thank my girlfriend, Tracy, kids, grandkids, LS, Aaron, Jake, Chuck, Charles, Nick, everybody comes to help us on this thing. We worked long before we ever get here, but we still got a lot to do. But definitely, we'll get up there. Just take it down.
Well, it's a definite team effort down here. Congratulations on third place. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Bobby Holly, your third place finisher tonight.
Go to patreon.com/Speedway Video now.
Another dominating performance for you in this number 9 car. I gotta say, I was surprised that you were not able to win that heat, but you saved it all for the feature.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun in the heat. You get to battle it out for the last lap. You know, the car was, you know, it was real good in the heat also. I think he put tires on. We waited until the feature to put tires on, which I think helped us a little bit in the feature. The car's been really good. We're trying a little new setup, kind of copying what we did on the Super last week because it worked so well. And it worked really well with us this week.
Yeah, it appears to work really well. I mean, you had the field covered. Second week in a row, you come out here and just dominate. What makes you guys so good out here?
Just a lot of hard work, a lot of experience. You know, we were able to jump out of the league and take off. I think Daniel was probably pretty similar speed-wise, but we just got that big lead right off the bat, and we never got a caution for him to really get a chance to be on us. So it'd probably been more fun if we'd have got a caution and get to battle it out, because I know he's running real good, but I love being able to get out in the lead and go.
Well, yeah, I mean, if we did get a caution, I think you and Daniel would put on a heck of a show for us. And here comes Daniel Dye showing that sportsmanship, but I think pretty soon you might have to deal with him a little more often.
Oh, definitely. He's been running awesome. He's been traveling a little bit, running really, really good. Definitely a young guy that's going to be winning some races.
Brad, do you have anyone that you'd like to thank for all your efforts here this week?
Bobby and Danny Sears, RK Edwards, Ron Kennett, Daryl, Lindsay, everybody that comes out, helps us all the time. My wife, Spotty, Smyrna Speedway, everybody that comes to watch the races and lets us keep doing what we love.
Brad, congratulations on another big win. Give it up for Brad Bay, your race winner, ladies and gentlemen. Daniel, great run, second place tonight. You used your head, you were smart out there, you had to battle through some traffic, and like Brad said, he was able to get the jump on the start and get out there to the lead and get away. Do you think if we did get a caution, you could have battled with Brad and taken the win?
You know, Brad's been doing this for a long time. I think he might have out-restarted me, but if we could have got single file together for a little bit, I think I could have got him. Lap times were pretty similar. It was a little bit quicker, so I think if we were there together, I could have had something more.
All in all, though, a good run for you. Tough speed weeks. We touched on it earlier on the podcast. This has to feel good to bring this car home in second place and having a good run.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like everybody else, we were looking to come win tonight, but a great run. The car was great. It's going to be good to build on for the rest of the season. We're the points here. So really proud of my guys tonight, and can't thank everybody enough.
They got all the sponsors on this car. Who would you like to thank for all the effort tonight?
I'd like to thank Jeep Beach, Solar Fit, Jake's Country 98.7, Hampton give us hotels wherever we travel, Vallejo Longwood Auto Auction, Metro Online, and Daytona Sportswear got us all the apparel. Skip Southern Outfitters, Daytona Harley, and DeLand Motorsports, and Halifax Health. They have a great campaign going on with their race prevention. So I'm glad to be a part of that and get the word out about something that's really impacting our world. Pretty big. I want to say keep the Rita Sailing in your prayers. They've had some losses. So.
Hey man, great run and great job remembering all those sponsors. Keep your eye on this kid right here, Daniel Dye. He's the future of Smyrna Speedway, folks. Great run for you. Stephen McCurley bringing it home in third. He got up there to second and just fell off a little bit at the end, but this has to feel good to bring this thing home on the podium.
One piece, I mean, luckily, not all of them did finish. We brought it home. Worked on it. I think we got it hard. Hard movement. I mean, I can't think enough people. Man, y'all be great, man. Y'all appreciate y'all coming out.
Steven, real quick, you've been working so hard on this car. You got a beautiful new wrap on it. I didn't even know who it was when it rolled out of the trailer. That's how hard you guys have been working on it. But you know, you've struggled with this car for a long time. What do you think? You got a win around the corner for you?
Yeah, I mean, we still ran into a couple altercations this weekend, but we're going to work both. It's fun to see us here at the Victory Circle at the end of the year.
Well, we look forward to it, man. Congratulations on a great run. Stephen McCurley coming home in third place. Give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen.
Go to patreon.com/speedwayvideo now.
Looked over the top two. D-bars on the inside. Only with the field grade. Chad here's the 22 outside. Back to the ring. Another contender. And a 44 inside row number 2. Tim Todd at 4th. Dan Fry, one of the last time out in Americano, forcing back to 5th. And here we go. just got a feel for him here, folks. Again, he's been so close so many times. Been trying to get that win for so long. Now he's got the car to do so. Now it's all torn up. That crew hard at work again, working overtime down there to try to get back out and finish this thing. The only salvation he has at this point is get back out there and get Ashton Cash, win that thing. Steve Barnes here tonight, taking his spots. I'm rolling down, both coming off now, another 58. Again, 3 laps away, 4 laps away from his first ever win out here in the Again, they come up short. This one not over yet. Still 3 laps to try to settle this thing. Coming out of retirement to run this race here tonight. He told us he was here to win, and sure enough, he drives the 22 to victory lane. Hard battle then with his teammate, Steve Barnes. Be interested to hear his thoughts on what went down there in the closing lap. Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise for your winner, Chad Pierce. DJ from American Auto down here with the winning trophy to present to Chad Pierce. Well, Chad, you told us you came here to win tonight, and look where you end up in victory lane. It wasn't easy for you. You had to battle there with Steve Barnes, and you made a little bit of contact. Any thoughts on what went down over there?
Yeah, to be honest, it was a lot of racing. He's going to be mad at me about that move down there, and rightfully he should be. To be honest, like I told you earlier, if you're going to play defense, I'm going to play offense. So I wouldn't have done it if I didn't feel like he was crowding me a little bit too much. He was doing what he had to do, so I did what I had to do.
Well, you definitely did, and like you said, it appeared you had the faster cars. Matthew Reed comes over here. Those two went door-to-door on that final restart, but like you said, you had to do what you had to do. It appeared you had the faster car, and Steve wasn't making it easy for you. If you drove it in there, you were so good in turn 3 and 4.
I didn't have the faster car. Steve had the faster car. I just used a little bit of knowledge of the track and the lap traffic to get back there. To be honest, if we had open traffic, I don't think I had a problem.
So the lap traffic and your experience out here is what helped you win tonight?
In my opinion, yes.
and getting a little rough.
Well, hey, that's what it's about here in the Sportsman division. You guys put on a whale of a show. Do you have anyone that you'd like to thank for helping you get it, break out of retirement and get here tonight?
Well, the first person I'd like to thank is EJ at American Auto. He sponsored me. He was my first sponsor 25 years ago. So I want to do this for him. I want to do this for my guys. DA Chassis, Chad Pierce Motorsports, we combined. So we want to show people that we have a good product and we want to win. So all for the septic was off from John Paul Plumbing, Elkins Auto Repair. I mean, there's a ton of people that's hard for me to name everybody. So it's awesome. So.
Well, Chad, it's good to see you back out here. Congratulations. Give it up for Chad Pierce, your winner of the American Auto Sportsman division.
Yeah, I guess we need to paint the restart box lines a little bit for the old men that are driving now. He jumped a little bit, but I'll give it to him.
I saw your hand out the window on that restart. I think maybe you needed both hands to get up on the wheel and get him.
It was all right. It was 4 tires to 1. It was a good race. A little bit of long pass low between us. Everything is chapters, motorsports cars 1, 2, so you can't beat that. But definitely, I think he tricked me a little bit on the last restart, so we'll get him again next time.
Well, all in all, still a good run. Any shout-outs? Anyone you'd like to thank tonight?
Yeah, I got to thank Windsor Stone and Stucco, of course, Dad. He schooled me, but we'll get back next time. We got American Auto, EJ here, Brunch Construction, Star Mechanical. This will actually be the last race for this car, so to be on the front stretch pretty good.
Gotta feel good, man. Congratulations. Great run in second place. Give it up for Matthew Green, coming home in second tonight. Good to see this gentleman back with us, Jeff Wright in car number 50, bringing it home in one piece. And third, good hard-fought effort for you tonight.
Yeah, real good hard-fought. Yeah, absolutely.
We had some issues there on the last lap of the 12. What was going on between you two?
I don't know. Apparently he doesn't like to lose. I mean, he hit us 3 or 4 times under the caution. And after the race down here, he drives into the side of the car. If he wants to have a problem, I don't have a problem with it.
Well, things getting interesting, things getting fired up, but all in all, a great night for you. Good to see you back here.
All right, thank you very much.
Anyone that you'd like to thank for all your effort tonight?
I want to thank Steve here, Palm Gardens Nursery. I want to thank Trader Radiator. I want to thank Snap-on and the American Auto.
Hey, we want to thank you for being here, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Jeff Wright, your third place finisher here tonight.
Go to patreon.com/Speedway Video now.
Now you guys know what it is. Don't be afraid to go down there and dance. I'm gonna need the crowd, the peanut gallery behind me to help me determine who is our winner. I have 2 hats signed from Daniel Dye, our Pro Late model driver. So I'm gonna hold the hats over everybody's head. Whoever gets the loudest round of applause, the shark does not get to win. I'm sorry. So we got 2 signed hats to give away. So when I put my hand over their head, make some noise for them. All right, here we go. All right. How about this young lady right here? Right here. Who thinks it was this young lady here? Over here? All right, how about this young lady? How about her? She looks like a good dancer. How about you? How about this little youngster down here? I saw her doing all the moves. How about this young man back here? thinks it was this one? And you, sir? Oh, all right, that one, you get a hat for sure. Here you go, young man. This is a signed hat from Daniel Dye. We'll give you that. What's your name? Jackson? Are you having a good time tonight? All right, well, you are because you're a winner. All right, we got one more. Who thinks it was this young man here? Oh, all right. Well, I think we found our winners right there, right at the end. You guys are the loudest. Here you go, young man. What's your name? Eric? Eric, are you having fun tonight? All right, hey, thanks for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause. Oh, we got a third place winner here. I don't know, Shock, who was third place? No pressure. This young man down here, there's your third place winner. We got a shirt here. Young man, what's your name?
Elden.
Are you having fun tonight?
Yes.
Hey, thanks for coming down here and participating. Just won a shirt from one of the truck drivers themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, stars, here they come turn number 4. And at the end of this race, we will draw our winning 50-50 raffle ticket. $306 going to the winner of that raffle. So as soon as this race is over, we'll draw that. Make sure you have those tickets. And now reports of possible fluid down on the racetrack. That would make sense with the way the 48 broke loose there coming to the green. And the way the field's scattered down into turn number 1.
Yeah, he said as soon as he hit it right there, it went whoop right in front of him.
Well, when I looked over there at turn number 1, it looked like someone threw a rock at a hornet's nest the way they were all over the place down there. Second, now the 88 for Hunter Johnson. Then we have the 26, Annabelle Bowish. In third, and it's the 5 of Josh Hughes. Tommy King in that 16, not out of it yet. What's left of the 16, then you have the 40 of Renovich. You got the 82 of Steve Jones and the 55 Jeff Risen. So here we go, 19 laps in the books. So there's a ways to go here. Josh Hughes there at Keystone Heights. In third, then the 16. Tommy King, remember, he was second on the first restart on lap number 19. Crashed, and now he's back up to 4. Then it's the 05 with Sullivan. The 82 is still out there. We've got the 40 Grunford and the 55 Jeff Risen. Here we go, lap number 19. truck. Definitely it needs some work. I think the only trucks out there without some kind of damage, the 5 to race leader Josh Hughes, and the 88 of Hunter Johnson, and the 40 of Grinders. Those are the only ones I believe that haven't suffered any kind of damage here today. And then you got the 16 of Tommy King hanging in there third. Fourth is the 82 truck. Steve Jones has been hanging back on these restarts, a little bit of damage on that truck, but has a shot at the top 5 here tonight. We're rounding out the top 5. 26 and allowance for that truck kind of been sour here for the last couple laps. Straightaway. The birthday girl for 5, but it's still in the top 5. So the 5 and the 88 going to square up. Tommy King, that 16. Damaged in that wild restart earlier. So the 5 tries. Oh, the spinner. There goes Grevich. Look out, Jamie's holding. So even on a false start, they're spinning. But you never know what's going to happen in this one. We'll see if we got anybody alive for 25 more laps. Boy, oh boy. So you see the line painted on the wall on the racetrack over there right before they get to turn number 4. That is the restart zone here, folks. And the 5 took off with the .com sign on the wall, and that is a no-no. The race control on the radio letting them know you got to fire between those 2 lines if you jump it early, and if he does it again, he's going to the back. EJ, you might have to, EJ's going to pull out. I think we're going to try this again here. The 5 car creeping down the back straightaway. And I mean creeping. I think we're going to try this again. Here they come. Waiting for the restart zone. They're already making contact. And there's the green. How much else is much further? Now, 7 laps complete, so a ways to go. Fifth is the 82. We just went for a spin. That's Jonesy there, the 82. And you have the 40 of Grevich and the 55 of Rizzi. We're ready to try to get back to racing with 27 laps complete. 23 laps to go, and it's going to be another one of those slow restarts. 5 of you setting the pace. Here they come, wait for that restart. There they are. Contact is number 1. On the bottom. King on the outside there. Back out. Caution is back out. So the 82 safest position right now to let these guys and gals go take each other out. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Folks, they just wrecked coming to the restart. So there's another caution, and Jamie Sullivan is your leader. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I told you, road truck racing is back in Smyrna. I didn't know you were this wild and crazy, but nonetheless, a great time here tonight. Congratulations, Mr. Hughes and Tommy King. What an effort by this truck, by that team, to even get that thing to continue the race. All right, be careful. Here comes the 5. Anybody crossing the track here? Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Hughes pulls the 5 into victory lane. A big win here at the new Smyrna Speedway for the Southern Pro-Am Truck Series. Make some noise for him one more time as he gets ready to climb out of this thing. Ladies and gentlemen, here he comes up on the roof with the flag. Josh Hughes, your race winner. What a wild and crazy race it was. Let's see if we can get Josh to get his helmet off. We'll grab a few words with him. Josh is going to reach in here and pick out a winning number for one of the youngsters to win a trophy. He's got the winning coupon there. I'll give you the trophy. I'll take the coupon he picked. If you had with the white coupon 7479689, 7479689. If that's you, there's your winner there. We'll give you the trophy here. But let's get in here and grab a word. Josh, what a wild race, man. It looks like you had a handful. As here comes Tommy King to say congratulations. Looks like you had a handful, but you were able to survive. You guys put on a heck of a show.
And I'll tell you what, I should be crying here right now. I don't get to race much. This is probably the first time in about 8 months. I took it off the jack stands the other day, come out here, and hey, these guys are tough to beat. We're on a different type of tire, and we're all squirrely, and but I'll tell you what, man, I've been around doing this a long time, and my kids are doing it. I don't get to do it as often, but still feels so good, man. It's like just like the first win again.
They're needless to say, when you got up this morning, you did not expect this.
Well, as a racer, a 30-year veteran, I mean, you don't go unless you know you can win at this point. And you know, that's what you go for. But you know, when you finally win, you think, well, maybe I couldn't have won, but I did. So it does feel a lot better. So.
Absolutely, and like you said, you're on this different tires. It looks like a handful.
Yeah, it's slipping and sliding. And I mean, for the fans, it's hard to explain, but a lot of these other truck classes, and even, you know, all the classes you see tonight, they're on a real racing tire. There's more control, and you run these 50 laps on a big track like this, things are going to happen. It's slicing and dicing. But man, I want to give a shout out, first off, to New Smyrna Speedway for allowing the Spats trucks to come here. And second, I want to thank the good Lord up above. I should have thanked them first, but New Smyrna and God are running pretty close right now. But anyway, and thank the fans for coming out. And my wife and kids, I mean, we scramble all week to get this thing ready. And the Spat series, you know, Bobby, Matt, Lexus, they all do a good job. They're always sending me messages, you know, encouraging us to come. And I hope everybody enjoys the race. I hope you picked up a fan. Hey, I've been around a long time. Look me up. But where's Jason Lester?
Oh, there he is, throwing it down. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Josh Hughes, your race winner. I'm going to have him reach on in here and pick our winning 50-50 raffle ticket here real quick. Josh, if I could have you reach in there and grab one more ticket out of there for me. Tommy, what an effort to get that truck back out there. I mean, that looked like a serious wreck on the back straightaway. You're able to bring it home in second place.
Yeah, I want to thank my dad. My dad and the crew down here changed the tire, but what people don't know is we had no brakes, 0 brakes. I tried to dial it to the rear, and it was pumped out. There was 0 brakes, and I'm not real happy with the 5. He was playing those restart games where they lean on each other and run into each other, and he just turned me and him down the racetrack. Let's just race, you know. Side by side, have a good clean restart, but I'm tickled to death to finish second. Brake pedals on the floor. Might need some help getting into the pits, but congratulations to him, and it's a good time. Thank you to Smyrna for having Spats out here. These tires are awesome. Fans are awesome. Thank you, everybody.
Well, thank you for being here. Even more impressive with no brakes to come home in second. Do you have anyone else that you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank Action Graphics for sponsoring this race, stepping up, doing that. And then my primary sponsor is my smoking hot wife. She's at the house right now sick, but without her, I wouldn't be able to do none of this. She does checkbook.
Well, hey, man, congratulations once again. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Tommy King and his effort to bring it home in second place tonight. Give it up for the entire Spat series. I think it's going to be even better next time they come out here. We're going to have more trucks and a little more experience.
Go to patreon.com/Speedway Video now.
David LaBrecque, Russ Moore on the front row. Timmy Todd, Mike Dom. That's an interesting outside lane. In comes EJ, the class sponsor here, the big old trophy to give to Timmy Todd. And we'll get on in there and grab a word with him. Let EJ do his thing here real quick. Timmy, congratulations, a great run, a little bit of redemption for you. Tough break for you there in the feature, but able to come out and pick up a big win in this Dash for Cash. That's got to help a little bit.
Oh man, it helps a lot, you know. It's been a while since I've been here in Victory Lane, but it feels great. Either which way I can take it. And I'd like to thank American Auto for putting on this, you know, spectacular sponsorship for all of us keep us out here racing, and Atlanta's contractors as well. And I'd like to thank Todd Brothers Landscaping, PCT Hall, and Equality Automotive as well. But man, it feels great to be back here. Just not the way we wanted to finish the future race, but you know, racing's racing, and you can't, you know, just can't get mad over something that stupid that happened. We had a good run going there, but at least we redeemed ourselves and came back with somewhat of a half race car here, but it worked out in the long run, got us here, and it just actually turned better than it did before.
Well, what happened in the feature that took you out?
It's just hard to say, you know, everybody's so tight going into 1 and 2, you know, it's a racing deal, you know, everybody's gonna get mad, and, you know, it could have been my fault, could have been his fault, but we're all pushing going in 1 and 2, and everybody's getting aggressive because you got 2-lap shootouts, it is what it is, and, you know, especially when you're in a caution, you're in marbles, you know, for the first lap, and everybody's gonna go anywhere they want, so it is what it is, gotta put it behind us and move forward and take this as a victory.
Well, like you said, it's like it helped the car because you were untouchable there in that dash.
Whatever happened, it made it faster. I don't know if I still have a bent ball joint or what I have, or without the hood, it gave me a lot more forward bite than I needed.
Well, maybe that's the secret, no more hood.
I might.
Hey, Timmy, great to see you out here, man. Congratulations on the big win. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Timmy Todd, your winner. You know, Steve, I thought tonight was your night, and, well, the cookie just didn't crumble your way, but second place here in the dash, a little bit of redemption for you.
Only a tiny little bit of redemption. Yeah, it was in the feature. I felt like we had a pretty good car. We didn't buy new tires. This first night we didn't buy tires. I thought maybe we could get by on 25 laps, and it just got worse and worse and worse. And Chad got around me, and we just barely clipped. He's got a full rear bumper, and it just got me in the sidewall, cut down the tire instantly, and I was done. And then the very next restart, drove into because I was mad, and I was not looking where I needed to be looking, and I just drove into a wreck because I was stupid. So, but, you know, I'm happy that we got the car back together. There's a lot of stuff bent underneath there, so I was surprised that it handled as good as it did. So, hats off to Nick, and Patrick was over there helping, and Brad May, and there's a bunch of guys helping me get this crate back together, so I appreciate that. Gotta thank, hey, I actually have some sponsors on the car.
You do. Give them a shout out.
Yeah, I gotta thank the WMDB, the Hog, and Coast Country for helping out. Certainly gotta thank Atlanta's contractors and American Auto for all they do for this series and this class, so pretty happy about that. So we'll get a new front end on this thing. The hood is literally riveted on this car. That's the only way that it was going to stay. So we'll put it back together. We'll go back out. We're going to win some of these races this year. I promise you.
Absolutely, man. I got to give you kudos for keeping your cool. It would have been really easy to drive this thing up on the trailer and go home, but you come out, you finish second in the dash, you get a little something to help you put this car back together.
Yeah, that's what it'll be. So again, that's all thanks to American Auto and Atlanta's contractors. So thank those guys. Thank Nick, and Chad even kind of helped out a little bit. That's probably because he felt guilty though.
Well, hey man, we appreciate you being here. Wins are coming. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up to the mad scientist. Steve Barnes coming home in second. And, you know, since we have the time, we'll talk to our third place finisher here, Dan Fry. Winner a couple weeks ago, third here tonight in the dash. But all in all, it's a good night when you get top 3 in the dash and get that extra cash.
Yeah, it's alright. It's not what we wanted. We broke a sway bar in the feature. It's like driving on a dirt track, but no sway bar in these cars. It's very difficult. I was lucky to hang on to fourth. You know, there's that mishap on the caution where people couldn't get lined up. That pissed me off. So I was just driving, you know, curious, but trying to do my best, you know, but it didn't work out for us tonight. We'll fix the sway bar and we'll get back out here. Hey, you know, it's still fast. I'm still happy with the cars. Still happy with everything.
It sounds like you can sum it up by just saying it was one of those nights, huh?
Yeah, pretty much one of those nights. We have them. Like I said, I don't race a whole lot. I was hoping that these nights would be few and far between for me, but it caught up to me quick. It is what it is. You know, I can't hang my head and finish the race. I can still roll it up on the trailer. We'll fix it, get the feathers back out on the car, and go back to work on it. And I got to thank American Auto. He puts this on for us, especially the dash for cash. You know, that's his deal. So I appreciate that. The Atlanta's contractors, and I got to thank Bud Lumber for helping me out with the car. My dad, my parents, my mom, my wife. without her support, wouldn't be able to do this as much as I wanted to. So I appreciate it. And all my family, you guys are like the last ones here. Woo! At least the fan club's still there. Hey, Danny, thanks for being here tonight. Congratulations on a great third place run. Give it up for Danny Fry one more time. The fan club's right there. Thank you guys for coming out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap it up here. Another wild night of racing at the New Smyrna Speedway.